Hello everybody. So this is it. The challenge has been complete, or completed I should say. So on Thursday the 20th, we left Land's End at 4 o'clock in the morning, and at that point we had 1,000 miles to basically get to John O'Groats, not using motorways, all pretty much country roads, a couple of dual carriages along the way as well. But it was epic, it was awesome. I was super nervous beforehand. Because it's new, I didn't know what to expect. I've not ridden the bike continuous for that long. I can't even think, I reckon the longest I've ridden the bike is probably about 6 hours. Or maybe 8 hours and covered about, 400 miles? Maybe less, I don't know. So it was a challenge. I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know how I was going to get tired quickly or whatever else, but what I can tell you is this. We left at 4 o'clock in the morning. We got a heads up that we had a road closure to deal with immediately before Exeter, and so we knew that was going to eat into some time, so we kind of cracked on with that as a collective. We did, but then we made up for time afterwards. In fact, hold on a second, I need to give Randolph a treat because here you go, bud. He also deleted, so he deserves it. But anyway, we made up time throughout the day. It was well organised. We had 5 pit stops. Each pit stop, it was slick. We came in, there was somebody to kind of clean the visor, lube the chain on the bike, somebody sorting out teas and coffees and a wee bit of food. But it was a quick pit stop and then hit the road. It was continuous. Also, we didn't expect that at the pit stops because we just thought we'd have to take care of it ourselves. It was so nice to have that. But as we got on along the roads, Stuart and I, we were kind of like, we did it together. We had intercom so we can communicate with each other, which was a godsend. Just because when you're getting bored, it's good just to have a bit of banter. But we kept it going. It was great. The weather was fantastic. The weather was absolutely superb all day. And then we were on track to make it within 24 hours. It was, I was hopeful beforehand, and I was like, I'm going to do it as quick as I can, but realistically, you got to pace yourself, and we just, we were on track to do 24 hours. So we got into Scotland, and I've got to say, this is not a biased view whatsoever, and I knew this anyway, but as soon as we hit Scotland, the roads were superb, a lot less traffic, and we were hitting it later on in the day, so we knew we were going to have a good run, and we did. It was great. Got past Gretna Green, over the A75, up the A76 into Kilmarnock. That was a fantastic road. We made it up to Gourock, to the ferry. Got to the ferry, it was like a 25-minute crossing over to Dunoon. And then from Dunoon, so this is where it cost us a lot of time, because we got into Dunoon and we were on track to make it within 24 hours, comfortable. And from Dunoon we got to Fort William, nice and easy. Started raining a little bit, but that's okay. We came off the pace a little bit because of the rain, but it wasn't too bad. Then at Fort William we had, was it a pit stop or, I can't remember, I think we did a fuel stop. The issue we had then was the road from Fort William to Inverness. So we were bombing up that, and then suddenly there was a road closure, and there was a couple of bikes that got there in front of us. And they'd already established, speaking to the guys, that we'd basically have to go cross country and then up the A9 from Kingussie up to Inverness. So it's dark at this point. We're going cross country. The lights on my bike aren't great. I managed to sit behind one of the other bikes that had, in fact you'll see I even ripped off some of the yellow tinting just to see if I can get a bit more brightness out of it. But we sat behind, there was 5 of us in a little convoy, and the bike at the front, he had amazing LEDs, so we got good visibility. We sat behind him and he actually went at a fair lick as well. So we were trying to make up time. Got to Inverness, and then it dawned on us that, this is going to be super tough. To make it the 24, we're really going to have to go for it. And then the heavens opened up and it really started pissing down with rain. In order to keep it moving, we had to keep it as a tight collective, and the pace dropped because of the rain. And also, that was the point where, from Inverness to Wick onto John O'Groats, again, they're great roads, but it's night time, so we're looking out for deer, we're looking out for like badgers and hares and stuff running out in the road. I started hallucinating in the last hour and a half. I thought I was seeing things flying about me. It was fine, it wasn't too bad, but I definitely felt like I'd tapped into a third dimension. another dimension, I should say. But anyways, we are heading along, going at a decent lick, and then and I did have a little thing with baby Bambi Bambi that ran out in front of me, and I saw him or her at the side of the road. I was like, oh, what are they going to do? And then they ran out, and then they hesitated and back and forth, missed it by that much. Yeah, even Stuart crapped himself, and he was way behind me, and on the intercoms he heard me just like whoa, 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 whoa. But we were lucky, and that was like 25 minutes to the end, I think. But anyways, in the end, we made it in 25 hours and 8 minutes. We wanted to do it within 24. You know, still, I'll take it all day long. It was disappointing, but I'll still take it all day long. And I'll tell you this, I did not want to do it again. I was like, I've done it once. Stuart was asking me, like, would you do it again? I was like, no. We're on the intercoms. I'm like, I will never do it again. That's it. I've done it once, and that's enough. But once we got in, and I was freezing cold. I was shivering, my body was shaking, my jaw was shivering away. I had an amazingly hot shower, kind of just brought myself back down to earth, went out, got some photographs at the signpost and whatnot and all the rest of it. A couple hours sleep, then we're back up, and then we're getting chucked out of our accommodation and head back down to Edinburgh. What an incredible experience. What I will say is that when I came in, I was cold, but I wasn't tired. If somebody had said to me, right, so here, we now need to go another 500 miles, I would be like, right, let's do it. The day after, we actually rode down back to Scotland, back to Edinburgh, 272 miles it was, and it felt good. The day after that, I jumped on the bike just to, I had a starting issue actually on, it wouldn't start. The starter button, there was I think there was a bit of corrosion, and then basically on the day we were coming back to Edinburgh, I had to start it with a screwdriver, bridging at the solenoid, bridging 2 bits of metal to get it going. But it seems to have sorted itself now. But yeah, would I do it again? Yeah, I would, absolutely I would. We can't do it immediately next year. We're banned from doing it next year. We have to wait until afterwards. And also, we're now waiting for some of the guys have got speeding tickets, so we're now just going to give it a next couple of days and see what speeding tickets arrive in the post. But what I would like to say is thank you to everybody for the support, for the messages. It's been absolutely incredible. For those that joined, I mean, it's not just the fact that we just did it for 24 hours. We had to buy a bike for 600 quid. I've loved buying this thing for 600 quid and tinkering away with it, you know, making sure it was going to make it, and it did. It didn't miss a beat, apart from this non-starting, but you know, eventually we get there. She did not miss a beat. Ran sweet as. All the effort that was put into it beforehand absolutely paid off. And it was great to work on it. It's been a great project. She's now sold. I mean, I got back and a friend had shown interest, and I said, look, basically I'm going to clean it up and it's going up for sale. And she has now been sold, and there's another bike incoming already. So but yeah, guys, thank you so much for the support. For those of you that donated, I've got people that say that they're going to donate, they're still to donate. I'm at about 81% of my target, which is £4,000. I'm at 3251. I checked it just earlier, and I want to hit the £4,000. As a collective, we're nearly at 100 grand, and that's the aim. We want to hit 100 grand. And it's been incredible. But you know, I can give a shout outs to loads of people, but you know, everyone knows who they are. I'll be here forever, and I've already kept you too long. But thank you very much for joining on this little adventure, and I'm now going to come up with another one, and I don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be pretty mental, and it will happen soon enough. But thank you so much, and all the best.